I'm here with Matthew Butler, Las Vegas Raiders, and tell me about your adventure. How'd you get here?
Yeah, man. So I'm here by way of the University of Tennessee, drafted in 2022, going into my third year with the team, and through the ups and downs, it's been great so far.
Yeah. Well, we have a few things to talk about. Obviously, you're doing some things with Tony Dungy. Tony talks about faith, family, football. How do those things line up for you on and off the field?
I mean, they line up perfectly, perfect alignment. That's what my life's all about. Obviously, created by God in His purpose and His will, trying to walk in that every day. I have my family that I've come from, with my mom and my dad, my brother and my sister, and this family that I've created with my wife and my daughter, and then another child on the way.
That's fantastic, man. How do you find that your faith plays into like interacting with different players? I mean, I know there's a lot of folks on your team that get together on a regular basis. How's that work?
Yeah, so I mean, we have our fair share of conversations, whether they be strictly faith-based from a Christian standpoint, or even talking to some who have different faiths than me, or who don't have any particular faith at all. It opens up a lot of different avenues and conversations that can be just a testimony of myself to others, and obviously that's what we're all here for, right? So it's been awesome. That I definitely think football is part of what God's leading me down, so that I can have these impactful conversations with people while also pursuing and enjoying the betterment of myself in a way that I really do love doing.
That's fantastic. Matthew, you did talk about creating a foundation based on your philanthropic things that are going on around what I would call invisible disabilities. Talk about that.
Yes, so our foundation, the Matthew Butler Foundation, we continue to get it off the ground, our main purpose is to help fathers who are fighting for custody of their children. Our second purpose, and also our main purpose, is the connectivity, unity, and togetherness of the family, mother, father, and the community around that mother and father. And thirdly, but certainly not lastly, is the early detection of childhood diseases, whether they be autoimmune, whether they be physical illnesses, whether they be mental illnesses. The early detection of those things, so those children can get treatment, those children can get care, and the community around those children knows how to help those children so that they can grow up and be everything that God has destined them to be. So it's kind of a matriculating thing. We impact the fathers. I'm a father. We impact the families. I come from and I've created a family. And then we impact the children. That is what comes from fathers and family. So that's our main purpose. And as we continue to get it off the ground, we just look to impact as many people as possible in the best way possible.
Well, and you had mentioned from the Invisible Disability Association standpoint about your daughter and what she deals with.
My daughter was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes last year. She's a real trooper. She does incredible with it. And that's part of what has moved my heart to try to impact many other children and many other families to ensure that these children are not suffering from invisible disabilities on their own, or suffering from invisible disabilities without even knowing what they're suffering from.
And that's pretty common. I mean, there's a lot of autoimmune situations where it mimics other things. Like if you have Lyme disease, you might have migraines, you might have eczema, and doctors can't really figure out what's going on. So that's what we're trying to do, to advocate for helping anybody that's living with invisible disabilities. How can people find out about your foundation and help support you?
So as we continue to get it off the ground, your best way is to follow me on social media, as we'll be branching off on social media and creating websites, creating foundational funds and everything like that. My social media, Instagram, is Matthew Butler, just as it's spelled, period or dot 94. So if you follow me there, you'll be able to, over the next coming months and hopefully for a very long time, see all of the efforts that we're making. And if you choose to put forth, if you choose to donate, whatever the case may be, we greatly appreciate it. And obviously, I hope that y'all appreciate our efforts going forward.
Well, so thankful you came, stopped by our booth here at Radio Row, and just wishing you the best with the Raiders there.
Great, thank you.
All right, man, we'll talk to you later.